The manufacturing sector remains a pivotal part of South Africa's economy, contributing about 12% of GDP and 12% to formal sector employment in the country. The sector has failed to register a constant increase in output year on year, with Statistics South Africa revealing that the month of May was no different, with a 0.6% decline.
There's been a whole host of, I guess once-in-a-lifetime events that have become a lot more regular than once-in-a-lifetime that have certainly impacted the sector. Our own research has indicated on average suppliers have produced about 11 or so % less than they were originally forecasting, which in a low margin, big volume scale economy type of industries such as automotives, that's huge. 11% might not sound like it, but it really does matter and impacts the viability of businesses. So that's the story of the difficulties.
Those in the sector believe solutions are available as they sat through a roundtable discussion aimed at reinvigorating the manufacturing sector through localization and skills development.
We need to make a decision that are we going to just be consumers or are we going to be actually manufacturers? So first and foremost is we need to have a vibrant economy that is basically supporting those infrastructure needs that we have, and understand that manufacturing is not going to only affect that one big company. Manufacturing talks to a value chain.
SMMEs also formed part of the discussions.
Some of our manufacturers, we've got a manufacturer in Ivory Park who has, with a scientist partner, produced an amno pad. The amno pad is used by women in the latter part of their pregnancy, and if their amniotic fluid releases early, it's a warning sign. He's in Ivory Park. He's also produced a local pregnancy test and a local HIV test. These are manufacturers. We have a lot of agro-processors producing high-value product like kimchi and sauerkraut, and they're fighting the battle on their own.
The sector is also hoping that the Government of National Unity and the new Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition, Parks Dow, will help transform the manufacturing industry and increase economic activity in manufacturing.
I've had the benefit of listening to the minister speak a day ago on one of the radio stations, and he was speaking about the fact that he's going to continue from where the previous administration left off in terms of the reimagined industrial strategy and the industrial policy of the country. And that is comforting for us because it's really about reindustrializing the economy of the country.
They say amid the challenges, they remain optimistic about the future of the manufacturing industry.
I think what cushioned us from having a bigger decrease than the 0.6% that we've now picking up a notice in has been the fact that Eskom has been really stable over this period of time, which has cushioned us somewhat, as well as the consumer confidence that is relatively stable, but more importantly, the confidence of manufacturers out there in light of what we've seen in terms of Eskom stability, the Transnet plan that's in place, logistics that seems to be getting better, seems to be improving, that's cushioned us from a bigger fall. What I do foresee is in the following months, now that Cabinet is announced, once that Cabinet settles, is that we will see a gradual increase and more so a hockey stick effect to the latter part of the year.
The sector believes public-private collaboration on skills development in line with artificial intelligence and jobs of the future will also be key. Calls made for the building of long-term partnerships and fresh commitments are these on investments in locally produced items in a bid to boost the economy and help create jobs in the manufacturing sector. Well, those in the industry are confident in the growth of the sector, with the industry looking for policy continuity and stability, this from the new government as they look towards the future. Katlego Legodi, SABC News in Johannesburg.